What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Dive Addiction. Today we are at Blue Heron Bridge in Florida, and this is my 100th dive. This is definitely bucket list worthy diving. The marine life here is phenomenal, to say the least. Alright, let's kick this dive off. These little fish right here with the black stripes on, I don't know these fish's names, but these ones right here, one up in the top, very territorial. You'll see that throughout the video. There's tons of shrimp. I'm not sure what those are called. If you know what any of these fish or any of the marine life that you see is in this video, feel free to leave a timestamp. Just type in the time and the type of fish that it is. I would like to know, and I'm sure a bunch of my other subscribers that don't know what these fish are would also like to know. That one fish right over there to the right, I think was huge. He had little buck teeth on it. This one right here, this is what I'm saying. You'll see really quick how territorial these fish are. He doesn't want me there, so I'm not going to harass him for too long. There's also a little crab down in there, and a conch shell. I love this light, how it makes these fish light up underwater. You can see up here something ate a little mussel. There's a mussel up in there. But out of all the diving, Blue Heron Bridge is probably one of my favorite dives. Look at that crab hiding down in there. I'm sitting here messing with the light because it's in a real tight hole. It's hard to get light in there and keep the crab in frame. This little redfish is. I didn't even really see him on the dive. I didn't notice him until I went back and I was watching the video. There were schools of these little guys with the black stripes and the yellow on the top. All over the place. Really pretty fish. The best way I can describe Blue Heron Bridge is having a really, really pretty fish tank. Big enough to go swimming in. I mean, there's tons of stuff to look at. Everywhere you turn your head, it's hard to video because there's so much going on all at one time. It just makes it really hard to decide what I want to get in my shots. I like looking at these little shrimp. They're kind of cool to watch. I'll get some close-ups on some of them. Here's a close-up of one. You see him sitting there eating. His little claws light up underneath that light too. It's really pretty. That blue coral, I love the way that stands out in the light too. Lorena's staying back a little ways. She's got that Insta 360 hanging from her wrist. Did not hit the record button. But this is also a really shallow dive too, so if you want to do a really, really long one-tank dive, this is a great place to go. There's another example of that one type of fish that's really, really territorial. He rubs himself up against this all the time. That's why it's worn down. There's no growth on it, because that fish will sit there and rub up against it. You can see where they claim, because they do that all over the place down here. These fish light up underneath that light. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. They look even better under the light than just normal. I mean, and I'm using the Working Torch D530V. Phenomenal video light. I just wish I had a tray that had two, so I could get a little bit different spread and cut out on some of the particulate that you see. There's a fish eating right there. Here's another example of that fish just rubs on whatever claims its little area. All the fish that have that little fluorescent blue on them. See, there's another spot where he's just rubbing around, claiming his little area. I mean, the diving here is just breathtaking. Yes, I know. Her trim and buoyancy are trash. She swims with her hands. We're working on it. I'm going to get her into an advanced buoyancy class. She doesn't really listen to me when I try and give her pointers. So I figure I'll let her be somebody else's problem during the learning phase. She silts me out quite a few times through here, but you know, she's respectful of the coral and she doesn't get right up on it. She leaves a little bit of room so that she doesn't accidentally damage anything. She stays over top of the sand. That would be the responsible thing to do, especially a dive like this. It's really shallow. You can't really get the height above all of this, because some spots you'll see we're not very deep at all. I think like the deepest I ever got was 10 feet, and I was basically laying on the bottom. And you're gonna see some phenomenal stuff in this video that I was completely shocked when I seen it. Stuff that I didn't expect to see here. I don't want to give any of it away, but you guys will be able to see it as I seen it. Like I said, the marine life here is breathtaking. I love those little yellow fish with the blue on top. Alright, here comes my first awkward underwater encounter. Look at that barracuda. I get close enough where I could have accidentally touched him. And those teeth look unforgiving. This isn't zoomed in. This is wide angle lens on the GoPro. He is up in my face and he stares me down and circles me for a minute. I'm not really paying attention to the camera. I'm more watching him. And he's watching me just the same. It's a beautiful Barracuda. There's quite a few of them down here, but this is the only one that he was sizing me up. He looked like he might have been a little bit hungry. He wanted some of dive addiction. Kind of just, maybe if I ignore him, he'll go away. All these little teeny tiny little baby fish. Look at those fluorescents under that light. Oh my. And it was that beautiful in person. Even more so. I mean, absolutely breathtaking diving. And they didn't care that you were there. I mean, they just continued to do their own little thing. Right here. Look, 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 look. I'm shocked that I found this. This is one of my... Oh my goodness. I can't believe I just found that. That's an eel. Not 100% sure on the species of eel, but it's definitely an eel. I'll go around and get a look at his face. I'll zoom in on it on the video for you. That ugly mug. Just look at that ugly mug. I was so happy when I seen that. You'll hear my excitement here in a minute. Look at that. See, his little mouth was open for a second. I'll try and tell Marina about it. She doesn't know what I'm trying to tell her. That was one of my big finds here. I was super excited about that. Oh, just the way that the blues on these fish light up. It's insane. I mean, absolutely beautiful fish. Fun to watch. Another one of those little yellow fish with the blue on top. Oh, little teeny tiny little baby fish. So that's why reef is really important. Reef gives a place for this little baby fish to call home and find shelter, to be able to grow up to be bigger fish without getting eaten while they're still really tiny. Reef is vital to ocean life. Another diver just swimming on by. There's a little shrimp in here. Those little red and white shrimp. Those are kind of cool to see. which way you look. I figure I'd give this guy a little bit of time in the spotlight. He's kind of cool. I like these little fish. You can watch his eyeballs looking back at me. He's watching me while I'm watching him. I'm not sure what those are. If you know what those are, leave in the comments what those are. Those are really cool fish. If I ever get a saltwater tank, I would love to have some of those. A little shrimp up underneath the coral. Sitting there cleaning it. This artificial reef is just pot up cinder blocks, if you couldn't tell. I didn't read what any of the plaques on the tops of them said. Next time I go, I'll make sure that I take a little toothbrush with me and clean that off, as long as there's no coral on there. Let you guys know what the tops of those plaques say. Or if you know what the tops of those plaques say, you can leave that down in the comments too. Another one of those little territorial guys. They charge right at you. Do not like you in their space. I like that little fish too. That was kind of cute. Those things, I wasn't even 100% sure that they were going to show up on video on the screen. I couldn't really see them. They're so shiny and reflective. I didn't think they were even going to show up on video. Look at that little red and white shrimp. That's how you find stuff. You just look around the coral, and I will tell you exactly how I knew there was going to be a crab in here. You see all that shell debris? That's how I knew there was a crab right there. Crabs are messy. They're definitely the cockroaches of the sea. There's another little crab up in there, looking all delicious. Oh, it's my baby. I don't know if you can tell by my expression when I seen him, but I was ecstatic to see this guy. He is massive. And I get a good shot of him too. Like, I get around and I get to see his face. This thing is huge. He tries to take off on me, but I'm not letting him get away that easy. I've got to get a good video of him. I want to get him from multiple angles, so I can't let this one get away. Very quick swimmers anyways, so. Look how beautiful that thing is. I know the #1 rule, don't touch, but it was so tempting to grab a hold of him and puff him up like a little basketball. I just wanted to see how big this thing would get. He is huge! I've never seen a puffer fish that big, ever. And then to be swimming with it, I mean... seriously breathtaking. See that little purple spot right down in there? That's how you know there's another one of the little territorial fishes. Can't really get a good shot of him from looking down into it, so I go up and then watch him go in. Now watch. It just silts out his little den. These things have really funny personalities. And it's weird, like, you would never think that fish would have personality, but they definitely do. And it's interesting to be part of, to be able to watch while you're underwater, is the different fish's personalities. It's nice when you're out here and you're looking around all these reefs. It's nice to be able to get down in and like actually look for the small stuff. Like the big fish are cool, but being able to get down in there and like actually see all of the little fish and the little creatures, I mean, it's amazing. It's something you're not gonna see as much if you're like free diving or whatever, but this is amazing. I absolutely love being able to get in there and see all the small stuff. All those little shrimp and their little glowing claws under the video light. So again, this was my 100th dive, and I could do 100 dives just at this one site. Definitely top-notch bucket list dive. Highly recommend. You stick around, you'll see a few stingrays here in a minute. But yeah, I appreciate all your guys' comments. Every one of my subscribers has made it with me through these 100 dives. You guys are all awesome. I love reading the comments, so any questions, comments, if you know what any of these fish are, feel free to let me know down in the comments with timestamps on any of the fish. I love learning about the environment that I love to dive in. Or if you have any interesting facts about any of the coral or anything like that, go ahead and throw that down in the comments also. Make sure you stick around for my next video. I will be doing a giveaway of a Orca Torch mask light. It'll be on my Blue Grotto video, so make sure you're around next week for my Blue Grotto video, because there will be a giveaway on that video. I'm going to ask a question on that video probably, and then all the right answers, I'll put their names in a hat, draw their names out of a hat on a live video. There's another one of Lorena. Her trim's not terrible on this one. She's not kicking around as much as she was on the drift dive. Make sure you check out the drift dive when I post that video. There's going to be a bunch of videos posted from this trip to Florida. I just don't want to post them all at once, give you guys a chance to check them out. If you know what this thing is, please tell me in the comments what that is. I seen that and I was mesmerized by it. I thought it was so cool. And then those little things in there, the little red things with little spikies. If you know what those are, let me know also. Yeah, this was a great birthday weekend getaway to immaculate diving. Saltwater fish are just so much more pretty than the stuff you see here in Ohio. Look at this stingray. I am flying trying to catch up to him. I seen him and I was on it. The wingspan on that thing probably had to have been every bit of my wingspan with my arms fully stretched out. He was big. They're so graceful. I love watching them glide through the water. And those things are fast too. If he didn't want me catching up to him, I'd never caught up to him in a million years. I love looking at these little crabs' claws. They glow under the video light. Or not crabs, sorry. Shrimp. Gonna have to work with her on getting her frog kicking more. The fins that she's wearing are perfect for frog kicking. I can push myself through the water just rolling my ankles with those fins. She's wearing the same RK3s that I wear. So again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you've made it this far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you leave me some likes, some comments. I love reading all the comments. And yeah, I will catch you guys on the next dive. There will definitely be more. This is my 100th, and I look forward to the next 100 and every 100 after that. There's a good shot of the sunset from underwater. Absolutely breathtaking. Everything about being underwater is phenomenal. I love it. She's got the camera on this one. I end up coming and taking it from her. She's doing a pretty good job of following it, keeping a good height and everything above it. These things are like Aladdin's flying carpet underwater version. Because watching them is just magical. Here's where I take the camera. But I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. Check out all my dive videos. Leave me some love. It's been a long 100 dives. Like I said, can't wait for the next 100. I'll see you guys on the next one.